Okay. What's growing up in Jersey like?
Just basketball wise, I think Jersey's the best. Jersey has the best
Okay.
ball in the country. Every day when you're playing in Jersey, you have to compete.
Hmm.
Nobody cares what your ranking is. Nobody cares your name. Every day you have to prove yourself when you step on the court. And as well as there's been great players who have come from New Jersey, and I got
Absolutely.
to speak with them, got to work out with them, and it's just been great to grow up in that environment. Also, New York's right across the border,
Hmm.
going to play in that environment, and then as well as just growing up in New Jersey, it's chill. It's chill. I grow up, I talk to my neighbors, have friends, so it's a great place to grow up in. And also basketball wise, it has all the facilities you need, as well as the competition that you're looking for to push yourself to new levels. And you have people to aspire to because people from New Jersey have already done it before.
Absolutely. I mean, basketball culture in Jersey is it's all about basketball, hoop up there, right? So, I mean, is that why you got into basketball to begin with?
Actually, my father, he played, so he actually started playing basketball when he was 15,
Okay.
and he grew up in West Philly. So that's why I'm an Eagles fan and Sixers
Okay.
fan.
Okay.
He grew up in West Philly and he started playing the basketball at the age of 15. And he ended up we're playing at West Catholic, and he ended up being one of the top leading scorers at his school, and actually got a scholarship to go to Division II, play at St. Michael's.
Okay.
He's actually in the Hall of Fame for both his high school and his college. So just seeing and hearing his stories about basketball, and I think actually how it happened is I saw him playing outside, shooting on the hoop outside,
Hmm.
and I was like, "Dad, can you teach me that?" And he ended up saying, "All right, yeah, let's start with the basics, form shot, did workouts." He would wake me up early in the morning, try to sneak in the gym at my old school, Princeton Day School, to work out, take me out to the park. So he really instilled in me kind of the hard work that needs to go into basketball and in order to be great, as well as, my mom, she taught me how to be a good person and as well as
Hmm.
being a good student first before basketball even comes. So that's important to me.
For sure. So obviously your dad was a big influence on you growing up. Did you have any other influences in the area as you were coming up playing basketball?
I definitely did. My family, my dad, I call him my uncle, Uncle Jason, who was my dad's best friend in college. They played
Hmm.
basketball, so I've been surrounded by that. And, kind of turned my family into a basketball household. I got a little sister who's coming up. She's
Okay.
she's a freshman. My mom's a big basketball fan now, sits in front of the TV, can watch it for days. Also, I went to Princeton Day School, and I saw someone by the name of Davon Reed.
Hmm.
He constantly played, and he got drafted. He went to Miami. So just seeing him, just how good he was, kind of wanted me to be like, oh man, I want to be like that guy. As well as my uncle, he worked at Big Apple Basketball, had tournaments, and I was watching those tournaments and seeing people from different states come around the world, just seeing the atmosphere that basketball brought around, just a different culture. Just basketball is different. Packed gym, everybody
Oh
screaming
yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
side, and as well as even my high school years of someone by the name of Sterling Gibbs, um,
Hmm.
great
Hmm.
player. He's working out with me constantly, mentoring me and pushing me to be better. Guys like Josh Treadwell and stuff like that who have kind of pushed me to be different and pushed me to see them. Nate Pierre Louis, people like that who are pushing me and been from Jersey are kind of showing me the way, leading me down the way, and pushing me in my work ethic and also showing me how to work.
Yeah, for sure. Did you play any other sports coming up?
I played football a little
Okay.
bit. I dabbled a little bit.
Okay.
Played at Mighty Mites one year. I was a defensive end. I played
Hmm.
in middle school. I was a running back, and then I played linebacker. I like running back a lot more than I like linebacker. I like
Yeah,
hit like
yeah.
touchdowns. And that's pretty much it. I played lacrosse for a year because it's very similar to basketball.
Mhm.
And I was gonna try soccer, but my dad said it's either soccer or basketball. And you know how I ended up today. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Had to be basketball. Yeah, that's funny. You said you were defensive end when you were young because that's what kind of took put me off of football. I played when I was 10, and I was just bigger than everybody. So they put me at like D tackle, and I was like, I don't like this, man. I'm gonna go back inside.
Somebody every time, no.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm more of a finesse guy myself. So what was your recruiting experience like? From start to finish. I know it got kind of crazy with Duke kind of swooping in towards the end. So what was that process like for you?
Yeah, I'm thankful to all the amazing coaches of schools that recruited me and offered me over the past 2 years.
Hmm.
Um, and the process a lot different than a lot of other people because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
A lot of Zoom calls, the inability to kind of visit campuses
Hmm.
was
Yeah,
kind
you're
of
probably a pro at Zoom calls, huh?
a little something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so it made it a lot different. You had to think about things differently with the pandemic.
Hmm.
It really put a value on relationships and relationship building with me. And it was late. It was late when I made the decision, but ultimately I knew when the right school would come. And just thinking it over, finding out what works for me, what doesn't work for me, with my family, speaking with coaches on Zoom calls, speaking to them on the phone, and just really building relationships. And kind of the phrase that my coach like, betting on yourself, because a lot of people said you should commit early, you should do this, nothing's
Hmm.
gonna open up, you can't visit schools. And eventually it's led me to the position where I am now, and in the future attending Duke University, which is great. And I'm thankful for my coaches at Blair who have trusted in me, made calls for me, and kind of spoke highly of me and just that experience. And it was a great experience, just the recruiting piece of everything.
Yeah.
Because I think it really taught me a lot about myself and what I wanted, and just made me think about things in a different way. It made me
Yeah.
grow up a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. So was your plan always to to wait and commit a little bit later, or were you just waiting for that right feeling from a certain school?
Yeah, I think my feeling was just wait for the right feeling.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, when the right school came, I was going to take it. But seeing where everything was going with the transfer portal,
Hmm.
and also this upcoming season, seeing how things would play out, it was the best idea to kind of wait and see what would happen eventually come. So that was kind of the thought process behind it, and just thinking about it over and over with my family really led to my decision, and waiting and waiting and waiting, and eventually ended up where I am now. Yeah.
Yeah.